Hello and welcome to Holdredge's Crusade. Today we are going to be doing the zone Vethan. We're going to do the mercenary quest. There are 3 of them. So how do you get to Vethan, right? So in Maiden's Eye, right over here is the zone line. And right outside is the normal brazier. Right here, that will give you the quests. There are 3 of them. And let's go ahead and get started here. So you can't be in Viz, so make sure you break in Viz. Let's go inhale. And the brazier says, "What? Who are you? How did you see through my disguise? Never mind that. Just know it won't happen again. I am Mortimer Placifoff, rogue extraordinaire. And my finely honed senses tell me that you're one of those crazy lots that You're one of those crazy lots that I've seen going into Vethan. Move along, I'm busy." Vethan? I'm going into Vethan. I am not a crazy lot. I'm an adventurer. The brazier says, "Excellent, as am I. However, I have a different skill set that requires more discreet methods than you are being. I want to get further inside the temple, but I need assistance in order to complete my mission." "What is your mission? Maybe I can help." "My mission is of utmost secrecy. I could not possibly divulge it to a random stranger who crosses my path. Rest assured, Mortimer will complete his mission. I have never failed yet." "I can help you complete your task." The brazier's demeanor changes as if to admit that he is not as heroic as he alluded to. "That is awful kind of you to do for me, stranger, but this is actually a part of an initiation that I have to undertake for the Wayfarer's Brotherhood. I am trying to complete this task so I can be a part of the Brotherhood. Unfortunately, that means I cannot cut corners on this. I need to steal some religious documents from the Akevian have been collecting since rebuilding Vethan." What religious documents do you mean?" "What? Who told you about the documents? That's top secret." Well, I suppose if you already know, the Akevian have been collecting religious documents while they rebuild Vethan. Then you are allowed to help me. There may even be some inexperienced adventurer like yourself can do. Inside Vethan, there are a large number of Tegi, Shades, Akevian, and if you could eliminate some of these, it might make the job easier. Not that I need it, you understand. Alright, so Tegi. Alright. With the abundance of new sacrifices for the Akevians to use, the Tegi have been spared from being sacrifices. Typically, the Tegi will give their lives happily. For the Maiden of Shadows, the Akevian have employed mercenaries to collect more people for the sacrifice pit to take out a few Tegi so that they have to lean on the outside resources more. This will certainly disrupt the flow of the rituals being performed. Shades. The Shades congregate here, and not only in the service of the Maiden of Whispers, but more importantly to the temple itself. They are the custodians of these hollowed walls. With the amount of them roaming the halls, it has become quite difficult to navigate Vethan without being noticed. The reduction of their numbers will help me with my task. And finally, Akevian. Vethan was finally rebuilt by the Akevians, who call this place home. With the rebuilding of their temple, they have grown exponentially in numbers as more return to this place. For some reason, the Akevians are obsessed with the number 4. You will notice that around the temple, they will often group up in packs. Reducing their numbers will be a boon to everyone, not just the denizens of Luckland. Alright, so there are the 3 quests. Kill 7 Tegi, slay 9 Shades, and assassinate 8 Akevian. So let's go ahead and zone in here. Alright, get everybody on follow, speed, and invis. Now, double invis is helpful in this zone because there are it's a mixed environment from what I can tell. As I've run through here several times. I believe the shades see invis are undead. Alright, so we're inside here right away. We see Teggy. Now, if we kind of look at the zone layout here, right, this hallway is a lot of Teggy. I think there's a shade that roams up and down here. And then over here is more shades. And the Akivian kind of right here. They're like all over. So you can see that shade is kind of walking this way. Now, if we con these, right, so this one is a normal mob, but these ones are relatively weak. Now, don't let that fool you. They are still a little bit rough. So what we're going to do is once this shade starts pathing back, I'm going to grab one of these Teggy, and we're going to knock him out, right? So that's the plan. Just need that guy to move. Let's see here. Where's my earring? Don't have my pet earring. Shrink companion, never mind. She has an AA for it. Alright, let's get every pet shrunk here. And let's just shrink the group. There we go. I did also upgrade my armor to the tier 1 Terror of Lucklin armor. So this is a tier 2 zone, as I said. And now, like, that could pose a problem for us. You know, these mobs are going to hit hard. We are still 116. So we've completed 2 zones and we have not leveled yet. Along with all the other stuff I've been doing with these guys. So keep that in mind. I would not start Terror of Lucklin until you're 116 to at least get as much experience as you can out of this. Now, ironically, my 124 Necromancer will yield more experience from these quests than I will at 116. Something is broken with the experience scale. Like, the higher, as he's leveled from 120 to 124, he's gotten more experience for each quest than the lower level guys, which makes no sense because it should be more experience to go from 120 to 125 than to 115 to 116. Alright, so we're going to kill this guy here as soon as the shade moves, and then we'll kill the shade. But there we go, we got the first Teggy knocked out of the way. And I usually do like the partisan quests right after the mercenaries. We're gonna skip the the partisan quests for Vethan, and we're gonna go into a different zone next. Mostly because I cannot complete them until we have access to Bloodfalls, and you can't get access to Bloodfalls until you complete Basilica. So I don't even want to start those if I can't finish it, right? So we're going to go into Vexthal after this. We'll do the Partisans of Vexthal. I believe I can complete all those. And then from Vexthal, we'll go to Shadow Valley. And then from Shadow Valley, we should be good. And we'll I'll either get a task ad for all these guys for the missions. Because if I can't complete them, I mean, I don't want to stall my progress until I can come back and just do them later. But, as you can see, these things are quite beefy, you know, like they're not just little pushovers, even though they're relatively weak. So if I can't complete the missions on my own, I will just do task ads. I think I can do Shave and Talas, the one for this zone. I might be able to actually do that now. I haven't made any attempts yet, so maybe we'll make an attempt on that at some point. Go. Man, this guy's a lot of hit points for his level, I'll tell you that. Alright, I'm gonna grab this guy. Get him slowed. No, I don't even have the right spell bar up on my Necro, that's why. I had him on his solo one. I've been trying to do there's a journal quest for Elmra, Shadowclaw or whatever her name is. I've been doing that like non-stop, trying to get him more experience. That explains that. That's why he's burning through his mana. It's just casting the same dot over and over again. Let's go. Blood Magic, Death Bloom. Alright. That'll fix his mana real quick. Alright, and this will count for a shade, so kind of knocking both these out at the same time as we work our way through this zone. And you're fairly safe if you stay behind that these little brick threshold right here. You're fairly safe at the zone in, unless somebody trains you. But I don't even think there's anybody else here. Nope, no one else in the zone, so definitely nice. All right, we got another Teggy here coming in. This one is not relatively weak. He's 119. So the tier 2 zones are usually slightly more difficult. So I'm not going to say they're much more difficult, but the difference between like the Ring of Scale and the ToV stuff was significant for me. But I think at this point we've kind of gotten enough gear that we're pretty good there on this zone. Now when we get to Vexthal, you're gonna hear me crying a lot, because that one's a pain. The mobs attack through walls and stuff there, so that's gonna be a fun time for everybody. Go. As you can see, these things have massive amounts of hit points now. Our kill time is gonna be probably in the minute time for these things, so it'll be better. Like all my boxes are under geared right now. They don't have the latest focuses. They don't have any of that. They don't have AAs. I don't have any of the Claw Vision plus AAs now, so the higher they get, the less AAs they're gonna have. I might have to like literally stop and just farm AAs for a little bit. I have been holding off on that as much as I can, but I think it's probably going to be something we're going to have to do sooner than later. Like on the Paladin, like we do these missions, he gets some AAs and I put them in, whatever I can, but it is it is something that, to keep in mind. Go. Perfect. But I'm not gonna bore people with videos on me farming AAs, so don't worry about that. I'll just point out spots is what I'll do. All the good spots I find, I'll make sure I make a video on. Maybe do some streaming of it, I don't know. Come on, the Necro is having issues landing spells. That is so funny. Right. How are you out of mana? Oh. Doesn't have max level clarity, that sucks. And this is an indoor zone, so there's no mounts. There we go. Now, if you are, if you're not like me, not making videos, the partisan quests are here, here, and here. You can go ahead and I think grab all of those at once, if I remember correctly, and really knock that out pretty quick, as long as you have access to Bloodfalls for the last one. But there's like one of them is just like run around and grab some etchings and stuff like that. So it's not too difficult content. We'll get them done eventually once I have access to blood. But I don't have access yet. Go. But at this current rate of experience from all this, I think I'll have the partisans and mercenaries done. I'll be like halfway through 116 or 117. I don't think I'll get much further than that. Maybe a little bit more. I do overseers every day on everybody, and I just don't think it's gonna yield enough yet. If I do the missions, the 4 missions should give me, I think it's like 20% per mission, so that'll give me almost a level. And then I think there is a, if we look at the achievement real quick, there is a general one for completing all this. This will give us 17% for all that, and then if we complete all the missions, we get the familiar, but we also get at least 20% experience for this one. At least 20 or 30% for completing all the missions, so that's a little bit of a bonus there. There's more experience at 117 on the missions than there is at 116, so that's another thing where I haven't touched any of the missions because it's more experience the longer you wait. So it's kind of interesting how all that works. I feel like something's wrong. I don't remember having to do all this when I made my my first group through and I did all these things. I don't remember any experience issues at all, but I don't know. Who knows what I was doing then that was slightly different. I might have grinded more AAs or something like that, but had it like, 50%, so that could be a thing. Like I should probably actually, like, the experience is so bad right now, like I should probably just go put this at like 50%, right? Because that is 0.05. What is my necro getting at? He's getting 0.03 and he doesn't have anything on AAs. Let's do like 50% here. Yeah, I'll just set them all to 50% AAs. But I mean, it's kind of funny, really. Yeah, like the experience difference between a yellow and a blue is not a significant difference between the two, and it's like he's significantly higher level too. So I just complain now at this point. That's all I do. Alright, let's put everybody at 50% AA, why not? This will increase their damage and whatnot anyway. Oh, you're not even singing, that could be a problem. There we go. Alright. But as you can see, it's fairly easy. You don't even have to leave the zone line right here to get the shades and the key, the shades and the taggy. We'll move down after we finish the taggy here. We'll move down to the other side. There's probably some different spots we can go to. Maybe a named. I'd have to look at all these names and see. But what I'm gonna do is keep grinding this till I finish. Oh, actually, we only need one more. Never mind. It'll auto complete anyway. So grab this guy. He's relatively weak. No, he's not. He's actually a real one. So that's good. I will knock this one out real quick, and then we'll move down for there's a whole, like, if you go right over to this area, this is shades, like 4 of them every 2 steps. It's a lot of them, so it'll go really quick over there versus the like one we have spawning every so often now. But I believe they see invis, like they're undead, I believe, so keep that in mind. I'll go 2-ender, get a little more DPS on this. I have no idea whose pet that is. Ew. There we go. There we go. Maybe we can see like DPS. You know, I'm getting almost a million DPS in here for all of them. The Bard isn't optimized, obviously, so she's not doing as much as I could probably get out of her. The Necro is definitely not at a point where he's doing his true DPS, if you will. There we go. We completed that one, so we have the Teggy done. Let's invis up and move down. Really? Gonna keep singing songs? That was a little weird. Stop singing. Alright, so let's get everybody on follow here. And we can just run it down here. So we can ignore the Teggy from now on. I'm sure we're gonna have to kill some. There's a shade right there. If I take a look at this hallway, right? We're gonna go straight and go for the Teggy. I mean, the Akivians on the other side. There's one of the quest mobs. Alright, so this room here is full of Akivian and Teggy. You can see they're like in groups of 4, so that's kind of like, in my opinion, painful. Painful to pull, but it is fine. So Dablo Tartus is named. Alright, so I have it sorted by consider, so there is no named up at the moment, so it's good to see. Alright, let's go into this room over here. Alright, we got Teggies everywhere, we got shades everywhere, so this looks a little bit more doable, right? That's a 2-fer. That's a 2-fer. That's a 1-fer. What do we got over here in this corner? Is there anything special in here? Let's go a little bit deeper. Alright, yeah, this is the room. Alright, so this room here, kind of like peek our head in here, right? There's the quest mob there, and then Akivians everywhere. And then there's a shade that runs through also. So if we go back over here, and we put everybody in this corner, right? Let's make them all... Okay. There we go. They're all in that corner. That should work out for that. So if I lull this guy, I should be able to get that one, right? That's the kind of the concept I believe I'm gonna be able to do. So if we con this one here, this one's a 117, we can still lull these. And then just Sonic Disrupt this one, switch to the Paladin, and there we go. Solo pulled. Now, Paladins, Clerics, Enchanters, Bards, Rangers in some cases, and Druids can all lull. I feel like Bard is probably Bard and Enchanter are probably the best. Enchanter can do some really crazy stuff. Especially if the mobs are charmable, you can kind of charm one for a few seconds to keep it from killing the group, but you know, it just depends on you know what you got going on. But the Enchanter will die in like 2 hits on some of these things, right? 51,000 is how hard these are hitting me at the moment with a sword on, so I take a little bit more damage using a two-hander. But it's significant amount of damage if you're not wearing armor like a cloth person, so that is something to keep in mind when you're here. And this is why I play a tank, right? Like, I think I can solo all this with my Necro if I really want to. You know, I can snare it, feign death, pull it, you know, I know all those tactics. I just don't do it because I don't care to do it. Alright, so got that. I like having an army at my disposal. Alright, let's pull that one. And oh, you son of a gun. You stupid little pet. Alright, this is gonna suck. Valiant defense. There we go. That was almost terrible. All right. And you know, if you're playing a non-boxed bard, you probably don't want to do that spell if you can't control it like that. These little swarm pets like auto defend her, I guess, and it's caused me some issues in some pulling. Like I've had it where the pet will distract the mob and then I'll get an ad, you know, but typically I don't pull with the bard, I pull with the paladin and I just let him do his thing. But definitely something just to keep in mind. All right. This guy's getting pretty good here. I've noticed cremate bones does not land on a lot of stuff as much as I would expect it to. There we go, I finally landed. So that'll give me Slay Undead if I get one. Nope, did not get one. Alright, so I got 2 more over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind these down to the last one. We're at 2 of 9 and 2 of 8. I'm going to grind these down, get them a little bit more prepared so you don't see me kill another, what, 16 mobs or whatever it is. So I will pop back in then. All right, we're down to the last Akivian. Let's go grab this one. I actually died. I wasn't paying attention. And I dropped. You know, I was like clicking on the other characters, right? And the paladin just like straight up died. It was pretty bad. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a command Alt off. Now that should turn AAs off for everybody, as you see. I didn't even know that command existed. I just googled it. But I don't want to have alternate advancement on at the end of a quest, mostly because that experience is usually noteworthy. I don't know. Let's see. But hopefully this works out. There we go, and it was not anything of note. So we can do Alt on 50. There we go, and that sets everybody's alternate advancement to 50. Perfect. All right, so we need to move to the shade section of the zone. So if we zoom out here, it's literally down the hall and right there. So we should be able to go there, no problem. Let's go ahead and speed up. And stop song. Gotta redo that because I did the wrong button. Just didn't even turn off attack. So I should turn off attack on everybody with attack on. I've been trying to get the DPS classes to melee more, but it is it's a lot of work. And I know why I don't play lots of melee classes. All right, let's con this thing. All right, let's get out of here. Now we're going this way. All right, so there's a shade there. That's not the ones we want though. Down over here. Hold on, we lost the bard on a corner. All right, what do we got here? We got Akivians. Right up here, this is the hallway. So here you can see there's just a bunch of them. What the hell are they doing? I guess these stairs bug them out. Everybody should be right here now, though. Let's go over to this side. No, they all fell down here. This is how dumb autofollow is. Oh god. Alright, we gotta find my cleric. She's lost. She's over there. Look at that. It's ridiculous. It's almost funny at the same time. Obviously, it's because I'm running so fast. Alright, let's go. I think right here is gonna be. Because we're gonna get a roamer, right? I understand that we'll do that. Where the hell are you? That's a good way to die. I mean, I would have never known where you were. Alright, we're gonna kill this one right here. Alright, so we're just gonna go through this hallway here and kill shades, is what I plan on doing. I assume I'm gonna get ads of some sort here in a moment. I don't know how many I will get that will just path right here, but I'm fairly confident I can take at least 2 of them. Maybe 3. So we'll see. But we only need to kill a few more of these, so it's not going to take too long to finish this mercenary. And then if we look at the thing, the Shadow Valley is right there, so that's going to be the next zone. I think I said I was going to go to Vex, but I'm going to go to Shadow Valley since it's literally right there, and we can just walk there. Shadow Valley has 5 mercenary quests. They're all kill quests, so it's not going to be too terrible. There we go. Perfect. I'm surprised none of these guys have been like, hey, I want to get in on this gangbang over here. There we go, and alright, so I mean, I could get anywhere from 1 to 3. There we go, that guy's gone. We're getting him. I can get him tighter back here. No, it's not gonna pull off that pet right now. Alright, easy enough though, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and keep killing these until we get to 8 of 9, and then we'll pop back in. I don't think there'll be anything of note that happens here. There's no names up, there's no, I don't even think there's a name that spawns right here, so... There's one that spawns over there and one over here, but... I don't plan on sticking around in this zone for too long. Go 22 points. How many do we need? We need 35, 30. Gonna kind of try to put some points into anything that makes this a little tankier, and anything that can increase my mage's damage. There we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep killing these, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got the last 2 right here. I accidentally pulled 2, so there we go. I did have to go defensive plus guardian for these because they are actually beating me pretty hard. I'm getting hit for what, 34,000 with a shield, 26,000. So definitely pretty hard hitting mobs. This is 8, and no, don't attack that one. God, yeah, I have to wait like a split second or 2 before I start pushing buttons. Otherwise, they will automatically attack whatever my target is. It's not too terrible, but if you're not paying attention, you can kill yourself really quick. Go. And let's get some dots on this guy, and we'll be done with this zone. And we'll head over to Shadow Valley and start there. I might even I don't think I can do the mission at 116. I feel like I don't have the DPS for it. I think I would need more like 1.5 million. We got an ad. That's not bad. I mean, this is my non-burn DPS, so you know, about 1 million. With burn, I can get higher. I can get the Necro to 1 million on his own when I'm playing him, but he's missing all his focuses. So, like, he's only got 46,000 AAs, and you see here he's missing like everything. The only one I got is the Pyre. There we go, and now we are Mercenary of Vethan. That ever clicks over. That gave us 5% experience. I probably should have went to... I don't think it matters on those for the AA experience, but yeah. Go. How much do you get? Oh, you already did it. Fine. That should be everybody. I don't see anybody with any active quests. So, perfect. There we go. We are done with the Vethan Mercenary. As I said, we're going to Shadow Valley next, I think. If I can get there without dying. Just get these guys gone. This is more mobs than I wanted, but definitely fun times here. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here while we wait for this guy to die. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.